Hey Steve, I wanted to make a quick video here to show you how I use the County Assessor's website, the Secretary of State's website, which will take you to the Corporation Commission website, and the County Recorder website, and I'm sorry, Secretary of State, right? Okay, forget it. I'm not going to try and confuse you any further. Let's get with it here. This here is the Assessor's website. You can look for parcels a variety of different ways. If you're a realtor and you know all this nonsense, you can find them by subdivisions, by section, township, range, all this other nonsense. That's not really what we're looking for. Sometimes knowing the APN number, that's the assessor's parcel number, you can punch it in here. That makes life pretty quick too. I typically don't do that. There are several ways you can do this. You can come to this website and you can see this is Maricopa County, all divided into little tiny sections, ranges, or little sections that are little APN number lots. So you can go anywhere in this thing. Let's say this is a residential section here, right? If you click on this number right here, it'll show you who owns that thing. So you can also do it this way. You can type in an address, which is one I already know. Is an apartment building. You can type that in. It will take you right to this. That little dot thing right there, that's it. This is all the information you're probably going to need to get you at least in the right direction here. There's your APN number. If it's something if this is something you want to remember that number. This is the ownership right here. These guys own this thing. You might want to just do a quick Control C to copy that because you might want it later on. This down here is the deed number. Now on this particular one, it takes me to the plat map. I don't know if anything is actually done here or not, but usually those first two numbers, that 1 and that 3, will tell if this is a deed of trust, or if it's a transfer deed of any kind, it will tell you the date that happened, the year of that happening, right? So 2013, you know that this is a 5-year-old deal, so it's probably not going to be one that you want to refinance, but that's really not where we're going here. If we want to do some searches on this thing, find out more information about these guys, we can go up here to the Secretary of State's office. But this is the name of the owner, and this is where the tax assessor sends his tax bill. There's a lot of bullshit in this business, but the taxes will get paid, so usually that information is pretty accurate. You can go to your Secretary of State's website here, and I've got links to all this stuff in the email I sent you. Type in or Control C copy. Oops, I didn't do that right, did I? Let me Control copy of this guy and go back here and go here. Control V. I guess that's what we're looking for. And hit enter, and it will tell you what the Corporation Commission or the Secretary of State knows about this guy. And this pops up, and here they are. And you can go here, you can check corporate status, which is sometimes nice to know whether the outfit you're dealing with is still in business or still is up to date with their paperwork. That doesn't mean they're not in business. This domestic address, because we know it's a foreign corporation, is just an outfit that does these things. CT Corporation System will set up your LLCs or whatever the heck you want over the phone for you. This is the foreign address, and this is probably the manager of this outfit. This again is CT bullshit, and you can go through it and read all this stuff on your own. This tells you it's a foreign LLC, it's in Michigan, and now sometimes you can find out who the actual members of the LLC or the corporation are. So if you were going to make a phone call, you might want to call and ask specifically for one of these guys, because the receptionist probably has no idea what you're after. Anyway, that's one way to do this. Since we've already got the name of the outfit on our clipboard, you might want to go over to the county recorder's office, and in this field here you can Control V, enter their name again, and this will let you look up all kinds of stuff. You can be specific and look up for different deed, like a deed of trust. You can go let's see our deed of trusts from these guys and search, and it will show you everything that these guys have signed in the way of a deed of trust, which would be just two things. If you don't use that limiter, you'll get tons and tons of stuff. You'll get easements, releases, all kinds of junk. But remember I told you that the last one was in 13? That is probably their deed most recent deed of trust. This was probably a transfer document of some kind, but it might not be. But this should be the most recent one, obviously, because it's the latest one. And if you click that, it brings you down here, and here you have another number here, right here, the pages. That will give you a PDF of the actual deed of trust that these guys signed and who they signed it with. And this is a construction deed of trust. Goes through all this nonsense here, yada yada yada. It will not give you the terms, except that you know that it's a $34 million deal. You'll have no idea what the interest rate is or the length of time. And if you're really curious to see who signed this thing, you can go all the way down here to the signature page, and this is the lender, Fifth Third. And actually, being 13, 5-year-old, they might be this might be a good follow-up. You might want to just follow this one. Let's see, who do we have? We should have on your signature page. Should have an authorized representative of the company, and that would be Robert Diamond. We've already seen that. So anyway, that's kind of in a nutshell quickly how I do that. But again, if you go back to let's see, your assessor. Remember that 13, that first two numbers you saw there? If it's a 5 or a 9 or 10 years even, those are the ones you want to look at, because most of your commercial deals are only 5, 7, or 10 years old. Most of them are 10. So those are the ones you want to pursue, and just kind of keep the numbers in your head, the ones you're looking for. Go back 5, 7, 10 years from today. I would keep looking mostly for 5s and 10s. If they're not, but there's still apartments that look like they may need to be refinanced sometime soon, it doesn't hurt to keep this stuff in a database and just remember who they are. There's easier ways to do this. If you got the money, you can go to a title company and have databases run. Quite frankly, that's expensive and it's not really productive. You could go in and say, look, I need all the Fannie Mae's and Freddie Mac's that were done $1 million and above, because if they're Freddie and Fannie single families, they're going to stop at 625, right? So that could give you a really good set of properties to focus in on. Again, they'll all be apartments. They'll either be multifamily or healthcare deals. So I hope this helps, man. I will update this, upload this to YouTube, and you can watch it there.